So anyone that's worked in marketing or studied marketing might remember the 4 Ps. Product, gone backwards. Product, promotion, price, and place. And in the past, this is how we were always taught to differentiate ourselves in the market. But in an age when we can buy any product at any price anywhere in the world, what's left for us? Trends show us that in a few short years, customer experience is going to be the only way to differentiate ourselves in the market. And as business owners and advocates, we really need to start caring about customer experience, otherwise our businesses will become irrelevant. So today what I'm going to do is teach you something really quick and easy to help you empathise with your customers. It's basically going to help you understand how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and what they're doing when they're engaging with your business. And it's called empathy mapping. So empathy mapping gives you in 5 minutes what might normally take a couple of weeks of extensive research. It's a really quick snapshot of your customers' emotions at pain points in their customer journey. And it really kind of puts the human focus back into your decision making. So why do this? Well, we find that when companies actually empathise with their customers, they really remember that there's real people being affected by the decisions that they're making. And ultimately, when businesses understand their customer emotions, it means that the solutions that they come up with are much more customer-centric. So there are plenty of companies absolutely killing it when it comes to their customer experience. For example, one that we'll all know really well, Uber. So Uber have completely changed the taxi landscape, and it's simply because they just looked at the negative experiences people were having with taxis and changed them into positive ones, as you can see here. So they created an app, very simple, that basically allowed their customers to understand when their ride was arriving, who the driver was going to be, and that they weren't going to get ripped off or turned down in the process. They started really small, just testing in one city at a time, and then they tweaked the customer experience based on real feedback, which is really important. They also realised that word of mouth was key to their business, being a startup, so they made sure that they treated their customers as kings, which is really simple. Uber used an empathy map, like this one, to get into the mind of their customers. And it's really simple. There's nothing really complicated about this. It's something that you could easily take back to the office today and do with your team. But the best part about it is that it empowers your customers in a place where they quite often don't have a voice. And also understanding your customers' emotions really gives you the opportunity to potentially uncover new business opportunities and exciting areas that you could look at and investigate. So the first place to start is with personas. And personas are essentially representations of your customer segments. So for example, you might have Jane, she's a female, she's 32, and she's a young professional. And these personas could be based on research that you might have had conducted on your behalf, or they can also just be assumed. So you know your customers well, that you might sort of make some of those assumptions for this task. What we want to do is break a group of people into teams and provide each team with a persona. And we also want to print out that empathy mapping worksheet that I showed you earlier and provide each one of those to the team. Then we want the teams to draw a picture of that persona and also name them if they don't have one. Really start to connect with the persona and get to know them on an emotional level. Next, what we need to do is work out the situations or the pain points that we're actually going to be putting these personas through. So usually 4 to 5 will do. And they can be online or offline experiences. And they things like, for example, Jane, our persona that we were talking about earlier, in a situation that we might put her in, she's looking at some glasses online and she really wants to buy them, but she's not really sure she wants to buy them online because she can't kind of even look at them. In this particular situation, the business recognised that they were having drop-offs in their conversion funnel. And they had a pretty good feeling that it was something to do with the fact that glasses are such a personal product. People want to try them on, check their face shape, those sorts of things. So they really want to investigate that a little bit further. Lastly, what's important is who to actually invite. And what you want to do is include everyone in the room that has anything to do with decision making on behalf of the customer. So this could be actually all the way up to the CEO, down to the actual team that are making and putting together some of the solutions. So right, after 5 minutes, you've all been working in your teams. Your empathy map might end up looking something like this. So here again, we can see Jane, the persona that we talked about earlier, and she's in that situation that we were talking about as well, that she's looking for those glasses online. And what we've done here is a really quick snapshot of her emotions at that particular point in time. So we can see she's feeling maybe a bit anxious about that purchase. She's thinking, I wonder if I can get them cheaper somewhere else. And she's deciding maybe I should just go down to a store and try them on in person. And what's really important here is that it's not about the solution. We're not trying to solve Jane's problems. We simply want the team to empathise with her. And although that sounds like absolutely common sense is not that common. So that's it. It's really simple. Take it away today and try it with your team. See if it changes their perspective and the decisions and solutions that they're coming up with. There are so many different examples of empathy mapping online. We've simplified ours and it's available at this link here if you'd like to try it out today. Thank you very much.